make you log off. And if you think they better than me, bar too high and it's hard to beat. Gucci shades hit dark, so it's hard to see. The easy part is getting money, but it's hard to keep. I know you seeing that I'm busy, so don't bother me. Like I pass every test, you ain't as smart as me. You a shorty, you a wannabe. See me on the scene, you know that I charge the fee. What? On my what? It don't matter 'cause I'm steady counting up. What? On my what? It don't matter 'cause I'm steady counting. You can't even handle a like me. I own money and I buy my own. My wrist and your hand gon' freeze. Put it on his hands and knees. Who you frontin' on? Come on, girl. I know you a rookie. You got some followers, so what? Want you a cookie? I got promoters throwing shows so they can say that they book me. When I walk up in the mall, they be turning and looking. No race, I went easy 'cause the pace I be pushing. In the store, I'm like, they like Rico, what you? I'm better than all the rest. Not a drill, ho, it's not a test. You need to roll out 'cause you acting too hesitant. I bet you can't count all the money that I just spent. Singing to the fans like they Jasmine Sullivan. Too big, I just popped my rubber band. What? On my what? It don't matter 'cause I'm steady counting up. What? On my what? It don't matter 'cause I'm steady counting.
I rob him on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it on, you ain't heard a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob him on, cause I know they're down for me.
Sorry guys, I know it's probably there for a second, but give me a few. Alright, that's not what I wanted.
Gotta feel my only son, gotta feel my little daughter. She cherishes everything that I taught her. We're more than anything I ever bought her. Hitting in every track, I'm a slaughter. If I come up short, then they come up shorter. No time to bother, don't even bother. Oh, what your that my kids ever bought it, yeah. I shed some tears when I rush. Be hurting inside, no one notices. Can't let them give me no notices. Just cut off the ladder, no go. When that money ain't talking to win. My piece is hitting like I got a pin. I know these don't want me to win. When it is age, become a trend, yeah. I rob him on.
Alright, I'm gonna actually go back.
Just keep it on, you ain't heard a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob him on, cause I know they're down for me. I rob him on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it on, you ain't heard a lot of me.
I'm only gonna play for like an hour and a half. I want to try to do this because oh, nice. Alright.
For me, sit right up me outside. There's a flag on the play. You out of bounds, out of place. I can tell you mad by your face. Wanna be my man, why you hate? entertained by the day. So I do my thing, I do it. It's only a few rooms left, I don't treat them different, love them all the same.
Might take a little more time than I want to.
You ain't seen hurt, you ain't put in work, you just wanna rock the team jersey. Wanna be version, you ain't verse, you just quit on me like you was worth it. I can't even lie, yeah, they hurt me, the red is short. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. Just keep it on, just keep it on. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. Just keep it on, just keep it on. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me.
I don't think this is what I want it to do. I think I might put in the time, maybe with like 2K20. Let's go play a little bit on my player mode.
Seminary, don't some, and your baby mama gon' some. 26 on a bench truck with a bad from Dykeman. She Dominican, but she light skinned. Might beat that indictment. This is celebrate. Got 1,000 ones and 1,000. Some seminary boys get money. Where you from? Just 1,000 buns. My Philly got a. She only on the weekend. She mad as at me right now because I was her best friend DM, Miss Phil.
Let's go to the streets a little tour.
Let's go, Swan. Oh, yeah, I thought y'all wasn't gonna get that Kendrick in that LOA. Maxo, hold down, seal up, break down, wait up, bust down, open up, then up. This a buzz down. Got it in the old name, the buzz. We don't even hear, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown. Play with it, no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down. Buzz down, seal up, buzz down, break it down, buzz down, buzz down. 30, 50, 100, I'm down. Stay 10 toes, I'm down. 10 toes. Jenny Craig with them. Diamond dance like Chris Brown. Lick 'em out, water don't drown. Neck web like baptized. Church. MJ with the 4-5. Fade away. No buns. Hey, what? Never like a mummy. Fade to a dummy. Dummies. Go roll rap with the tummy. By the apartment. I moved in abundance. Buzz on the. I split the like circumference. Then up. This a buzz down. Got it in the old name. We don't even hear, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down. Run through the grass like a touchdown. Play with it, no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down. Buzz down, seal up, buzz down, buzz down, buzz down. 30, 50, 100, I'm down. I keep high up. Yeah, it's my decorator. Joysticks like place.
I cut my teeth on this blacktop long before Kyle Lowry did. Philly itself is no easy playground.
It started off to a good start, so did we, so attention there for a second.
I've been going and going like the Energizer. Yeah, I'm supplying no like Elijah. In the cut, no, my find a compartment Elijah.
What was the best game? Yeah.
I'm finna surprise. No, I am not an advisor, but I do advise you to pay attention. Never need to mention I'm never heads. Finna push it to the ledge. Yeah, my meds. Ain't got no love for the feds. Can that thing go to your head? Me watch where you tread. I'm finna kill it instead. I'm finna, I can never done it, and I wanna run it, and I wanna keep it going and going like infinity. Be the only entity to ever rip it apart. From the start like this, from the heart like this, from the better make my a minute, no nitrous.
Upgrade our ability here.
I've been down this road before. Everybody think that they do what they don't. Swear to God that they will, but they won't. Spitting riddles in the middle of a pastime. Me and my mom feeling the vibe like,
Let's do the dribbling.
Finna get it like, yeah. I can make $20 million. I don't flex to be acknowledged. At this point, it's common knowledge. All you haters been abolished. You in the club throwing dollars, but I'm saving mine so my kids go to college. Or maybe whatever they wanna do. Just as long as they never say, Daddy blew $20 million. Ay, he had to flex to be acknowledged. Ay, he in the club throwing dollars, and I cannot afford to send me to college. Ay, Daddy just wanna be loved, just like everybody wanna be accepted. Ay, but somehow he had neglected me and my mama for all of this rap. Ay, no, I can up with that. Ay, no, I can up with that. Who you know dropped the album back to back to back to back to back to back again. I'm back again and snap again. And there ain't no other way. I'm in the zone where I've been prone to destroy. Yes, you know I enjoy this. Preach, yeah, I'm trying to reach everybody in the streets, putting words to the beats. Each one teach one, yeah, I'm trying to reach one. Who the beast one? That be me on the cross of the east one.
Jordan 29.
Right now, everybody know, nobody heard of this.
Or however you pronounce it.
You need some peanut butter for that jelly. Oh, I see you. Good layup. Way to finish at the rim. Tell him get in the weight room. Oh, y'all. I'm out. Love it. Out.
I'm just gonna go back to playing.
My girl. So you're talking about what? I got nothing, man. I got nothing on no net. No, straight like that, though.
Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. Ducking. In my guide, design your post. Look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see. Nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. I was ducking. Me and my guide, design your post. Look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see. Tell you wanna you can't be the cops. I can't play myself out like that. Keep getting that dope. Counting mine won't be trying to get no on my note. I would die bad on my look. My dog like farmers go. Ain't been sweet, but neither is me. So my B300 or more. I keep close. Phones, but I don't boast. I know what it's like to not have that ain't gonna try me without saying I win it. Gonna disrespect the gift. Try my straight up fight that 6 ain't with what I'm with you getting dismissed. I give a fatal Jada kiss. Come through. Tell you wanna
Let's get in here. Let's get some. We gotta get at least one steal, and then we gotta, because of text messages I went through, I have to do at least 110 performance grades. So we'll see how that goes.
Ain't got no time again. I can't leave my foot down bad like that. Guess I'm just gonna slow. Partner say he got.
It is
1 and 2 right now. Kind of don't want to stay up. I want to have a good winning season, get into the playoffs as a rookie.
Okay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. It'll stay with the Bucks. Middleton. It's Gortat with the rebound. Neely Keenan into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Nasty. You better remember his number and not let that happen again.
Watch the pick. You see it.
To Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
George Hill. To Middleton from long range. That's rebounded by the Knicks. Possession lies with New York. Here comes the screen. To Gortat. Oh, you've got to get that one to go. Hill across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Gasol. Defense making the ball handler work. And counted at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. Fires the three. Well defended. Hill into the front court. The lead is 2. To Middleton. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. And the rebound corralled by Hill.
I got ball.
Cleans it up. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. Neely with the basketball. 10-6 our score. For 3. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
To DiVincenzo. Hill to Middleton. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 3 for 6 now.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Get over.
It's claimed by Milwaukee. Hill across the timeline. Leads 3. DiVincenzo to Gasol. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in and think you can get more at the rim.
To Gortat. Neely. Pau Gasol. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Middleton to Gasol. Pau Gasol. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Short jumper misses.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Had a good look there, but it's no good.
You got it.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Here comes the screen. Now a steal by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo to George Hill. To Gasol. Missed a wide open look. The possession lies with New York. Ntilikina. Beyond the arc for three.
To number 22, Chris Middleton. That's his first personal foul.
Oops, he missed the first one. It's the second, one more coming. Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads 5 to Bledsoe. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Bledsoe shot misses.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was all over him. To Middleton. From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Bledsoe with it up top. Up 5. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. DeAndre Jordan with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Giannis shoots, gets a look, can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
4-3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw, good for you.
Entering the game for the Knicks, number 1, Emmanuel Mudiay.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Missed it at the line.
Substitutions, Milwaukee. Stepping in for the
Mudiay. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Shot won't go.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Dennis Smith Jr. He's 3 for 7.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Brogdon. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Here comes the screen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Adetokunbo. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Rocking the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Milwaukee foul to number 6, Eric Bledsoe. That's his 2nd personal foul.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second as well.
Number 6, DeAndre Jordan.
DiVincenzo to Adetokunbo. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Adetokunbo. Gasol. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Timeout here for the Knicks as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 24.
That's out.
Substitutions, Milwaukee. Subbing in for the Knicks. Number 5.
George Hill to Gasol.
Screen, I got your help.
Knicks with the basketball. Smith. Here comes the screen. To Jordan. Shot from the lane won't go. Hill into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Gasol. Pau Gasol. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Fires the 3.
To number 22, Chris Middleton. That's his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 1.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second of 3 is good. And he hits all 3 free throws. Giannis with it up top. His guy's down by 9. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
to Jordan. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Bucks basketball. Adetokunbo to Lopez. DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Short jumper stays out.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
And count the basket inside.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Stuffs it down with authority. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
No good, and no foul. Lopez to Bledsoe. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Giannis for two. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Bledsoe at the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo. And the finish. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Referees called it. That was intentional. And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Lets it fly from long range. Second effort. Pau Gasol able to recover with the block. Bucks at the controls. Adetokunbo to Gasol. Pau Gasol. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Pau Gasol rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Adetokunbo.
Dude, it's so shitty. They stop shooting it.
To Adetokunbo. Won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play.
Guys, I'm gonna play something else.